So as long as both love and arrogance appear to you to be desirable, the concept of choice, which is not of God, will remain with you. While this is not true in eternity, it is true in time, so that while time lasts in your minds, there will be choices. Time itself was your choice. And I'm going to plant another little seed. When you are not resisting God, you are inseparable with the movement of being, which is eternal. A singularity. And time is a meaningless word and a non-experience. When you attempt to resist the movement by engaging in an independent movement, you create a tension, tension, T-E-N-S-I-O-N. And it causes the omnipresent conscious experience of being to appear to be moving away from you because you are resisting and digging in your heels. It is an illusion, but it seems quite real to the one doing it. Has it not ever caused you to wonder why it is when you look out into space with your telescopes that it appears that no matter where you might be in the universe, it is moving away from you? That's part of the illusion brought into play by the act of resistance, which is constituted of your attempting to act independent of the movement of existence, the movement of being. Not only that, hasn't it ever caused you to wonder why, when you look through your telescopes, once you get just a fraction of the way away from your planet, you're seeing the past. When you look at your sun, you're seeing what happened 8 minutes ago. You're not able to see the present. It's almost as though you're in prison. What's really going on now is absolutely unavailable to you. All you can see is what was. You have been put in a very limited experience, one of absolute isolation. That's the way time is experienced. And time is a sensation, you might say, an illusory sensation that is brought into play when you begin to resist the movement of being by having a determination to act independent of the movement. The moment you relax that determination and yield back into what will seem like cooperation with the movement, once you let the movement take over, everything will snap back into focus, so to speak. Time will cease to be an experience, and the universe will become available to you in its totality, in the now, will be visible with telescopes, and you will not be experiencing in isolation, nor will you be experiencing an expanding universe. So much for the Big Bang Theory. That's just the best explanation that can be come up with when one is attempting to be the definer of life without ever inquiring of life itself, what it is. Just a little seed I've planted there about why things appear to be the way they are. Continuing. If you would remember eternity, you must learn to look only on the eternal. If you allow yourselves to become preoccupied with the temporal, you are living in time. Well, the only things that are temporal are the definitions you've made up. And if you've been making something up, you're standing in resistance to and at odds with the movement of being itself. And that's called time. Continuing, as always, your choice is determined by what you value. And right now, you are valuing this apparent capacity you think you have to make up definitions that can, by the force of your will and your determination and your skill at being coercive with your brothers and sisters, cause to become as real as God's creations. That's what you're valuing at the moment. And you don't say, I value this. You say, I'm stuck in this. But you won't abandon the definition you're applying to the word this. You're not willing to abandon the act of independent authorization that causes you to seem to be stuck in the human condition, when all there is to the human condition is the kingdom of heaven seen through a glass darkly, seen through the lens of your definitions. Continuing, time and eternity cannot both be real because they contradict each other. Remember, time is a sensation you have that colors your experience of eternity. and causes it to seem to be moving away from you and keeps you from seeing it all in the now, causing it, the majority of it, to appear to be the past. Time and eternity cannot both be real because they contradict each other. If you will accept only what is timeless as real, you will begin to understand eternity and make it yours. The only thing that is timeless is everything. When you're not applying a little bit of torque to your perception of it all and having an independent slant on it. And the only way to get back to the timeless is to stop applying that little bit of torque, which is brought into play by an unwise use of will. How do you abandon an unwise use of will? By being willing to yield to the way everything works, the capital W way, by yielding to and wanting to experience truth, what God is being, right where you have overlaid the kingdom of heaven with your definition. So, stop being so sure of yourself and start being curious to see beyond what you think everything is. And let that become your practice. And let it become your practice more and more consistently through your day. I wonder what that really is. I wonder what that really is. Like a child in the car. What's that? What's that? What's that? Until it drives you crazy. It's a cow. What's a cow? You see, I wonder what the more is that is there. Become curious. Become innocently curious. And ask your Father, what's the more of you that's here than what I'm seeing? And just as with children, your curiosity may come too fast and furious, and the answers you're getting aren't as complete as you want them, and you become impatient. Well, just calm down and just continue to ask. The persistence of asking, you might say, sets up a new field of energy. Please, do not take me literally here. It sets up a mental context of receptivity that draws like desire does, something toward you. And so as you go through your day, whether you're getting vividly enlightening answers or not, continue to ask, because it sets the tone of receptivity. Stop settling for the status quo. I look forward to being with you next week.